What's going on, everybody? How has everybody been? December 24th, 2022. So Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope everybody is doing well, staying safe, and I hope you're spending time with your family. If you're on the road and away from your family, you're not the only one, man. You're not the only one. And also, guys, if my backdrop seems a little bit different, that's because it is. A lot of changes have happened in the past couple of months, guys. My last video, I think I did it back in July, but a lot of changes have happened in the past couple of months. I am no longer with Llama. Nothing wrong with Llama. I really enjoyed my time there. I wish them the best, but I left Llama back in late October, and man, you know, it was one of those decisions to where, you know, it was hard to make, but after kind of weeding out the pros and cons on why I should, why I shouldn't, you know, it was best to my interest and my family's interest for me to go ahead and leave. Now, like I said, nothing on Llama, guys. I give them nothing but high respect. You know, if someone was to come up to me and say, can I recommend them? By all means, yes, I can. Okay. Thomas, Tom, Audra, the owner, David, Miss Diane, man, I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart. You know, I left in good terms. Miss Audra told me if I ever wanted to come back that I will be welcome with open arms. But with that being said, guys, yeah, I left back in late October. Okay, now let me go ahead and just share some the reason why. Okay. The reason why I left Llama, guys, and it's nothing against Llama, all right? But the market is ugly, guys. You know, the market is ugly right now. And it'll get better, okay? It'll get better here pretty soon. But with that being said, guys, yeah, the market is ugly right now. It doesn't matter if you're pulling reefer, dry van, flatbed, or any kind of trailer. The market is real ugly out there for us, guys. A lot of drivers are turning in their trucks, going home. And that's where I fall in, guys. I decided to leave Llama, and my decision first was to find a local position. Okay, I was even considering going back to my old job to where hauling line, or basically hauling steel beams around the Houston area. Okay, but before I made my decision to leave Llama, I was still looking around to see what kind of trucks were out there. All right, yeah, some of the truck numbers are still outrageous, but I came across a person that was selling his truck out of Houston. Okay, and the type of truck he had was something that I've always liked. The specs is something that I've always wanted. The condition of the truck was in great condition, in and out, had an overhaul engine. So basically, it was in good condition. All right. But my financial, I guess, stability wasn't up to par at the moment, okay? Or at least I didn't want to part from it. So after talking to him over and over again, we decided to make a deal. All right, we decided to make a deal. I decided to run for him, all right? Run his truck, so to speak. And then in the process also, with each week, give him some money, a percentage on what I made, and it was going to go towards the truck. All right. So yeah, we ran with it. Okay, we ran with it. The first week, guys. Now let me go ahead and back up just a little bit. When I left Llama, guys, I left the last week of October. All right. My plan was to take a week off because my wife was having surgery. She had surgery that Halloween day, okay, which was that Monday. I left Llama, I believe it was the week right before it, because we had to prepare for her operation and stuff like that. So I wanted to be there. My plan was to be home for about 2 weeks, okay? The week before her surgery and the week after, all right? And then go ahead and find a local position, all right? But when I got back, this gentleman wanted his truck to move, you know, as soon as possible. So rather than me miss the opportunity, I went ahead and said, okay, fine, I'll do it. Okay, I have no problem with it. Plus, I need to get back, back on the road to make some money. Now, understand, guys, when I came to Llama, the numbers were great. You guys saw them. I shared them with you guys. I was making between $3,000 to $4,000 a week. All right, after my fuel, after my fees, everything. Okay, my take home was around between $3,000 to $4,000. Okay, but with the way the market is, it started taking a dip. It started taking a dip, and it started taking a dip. So overall, guys, my decision didn't come based on what Llama was doing for me. My decision was based on me being on the road, and honestly, it didn't defeat the purpose of me being on the road 2 to 3 weeks at a time and covering or clearing, shall I say, $1,000 a week when I was making 3 times more than that or 4 times more than that. Okay, so it had nothing to do with Llama, guys. It had nothing to do with Llama. All right. It's the market. The market is hurting us all. Okay, some companies are even closing. Okay, because they can't afford to keep their drivers on the road. They can't afford to keep their trucks on the road, so they're closing. All right. So it is what it is, guys. So yeah, I got into this truck. Man, I was ready to roll. I was ready to hit the ground running. Okay. Now, at first, he had this truck, or he had his trucks leased onto a company outside Albuquerque. It was a reefer company. The first week, guys, all right, picked up a load in Texas, or shall I say Houston, and I was taking it to Tennessee, paying very well. And then from Tennessee, I was going to go over to Kentucky, I believe, pick up a load in Kentucky, and then take it over to Denver, paying very well. And then from Denver, I was going to bobtail over to Albuquerque, pick up a load there, and take it to Ohio. Okay, that was paying very well also. Those 3 loads, guys, were paying close to 10.5. So my first week out the gate, guys, was going to be very good. Well, the load that I took from Houston to Tennessee went off without a glitch. Picked up the load in Kentucky, started heading over to Denver. In St. Louis, the transmission starts acting up. Locked up on me, transmission. Well, he knew it wasn't my fault. He decided to bring a transmission to me. I was in O'Fallon, which is right outside St. Louis. He brought a transmission to me. I was down for about a week. Okay. But then also, guys, he started talking about another company. Okay, another company. Kind of got to the point to where, dude, come out with it. What are you talking about? Okay. Well, it came out to be that he wanted to move his trucks because the reefer company wasn't making enough money for him, so to speak. All right. And I understand, guys, we're here to make money. Okay, we're here to make money. All right. But understand, guys, around this time, there's certain loads in certain areas to where you have to be careful. You have to be mindful. All right. And that's what I'm trying to get this guy to understand. Okay. Just because the numbers are paying real good in certain areas doesn't mean it's a good decision to make. There's a reason why some of these loads are paying so well. So basically, he decided to move his trucks over to a different company. This company was based out of Houston. It was a flatbed company. Now, I don't mind running reefer, guys. I really don't. Okay. In fact, that was my first trailer that I pulled when I first started driving. All right. The only downside of being a reefer driver is because, you have a lot of downtime. You have to go do truck washes. They're heavy loads. You got early morning deliveries. The list goes on and on. Okay. But they do pay well. But it comes with some cons to it, so to speak. All right. So he decides to move his trucks to a flatbed company. All right. Which is what we're doing now. We're running flatbed. Now, the owner of the company, or shall I say the person that's running for the company, it's a small company. I really like them. All right. It's a small company. They're out of Houston. Met the owner. Met the lady who runs it, Melina. She's my girl. She's been looking over my shoulder, taking care of me since day one. Okay, she's my girl. We talk basically on a everyday basis. All right. You need someone that's going to be in your corner through thick and thin, guys. Okay, and Melina's my girl. Melina, if you're watching this video, mad respect. I appreciate everything you're doing for me. I really do. Okay. So there's three people in this situation. There's me, there's the company, and then there's the owner of this truck. Me and Melina, which is she's running it for her family. Okay. We've been on the same page basically since day one. Okay. Now the owner of this truck, on the other hand, he's more caught up on some of these high numbers. I'm slowly starting to see that this guy really hasn't had that much experience in running these type of game, or running this type of business, so to speak. Okay. He just sees what the numbers are. Guys, I've always said since day one, chase the lane. Don't chase the numbers, because if you chase the numbers, guys, you're going to put yourself in situations to where either you're not going to get anything out, or you're about to put yourself in a situation to where you're going to be stuck. Which leads me to say, guys, I'm stuck. You're probably asking yourself, well, what do you mean you're stuck? I'm in Denver, guys, or actually, shall I say I'm in Bennett, Colorado, which is right outside Denver. Picked up this load this past Tuesday out of Houston, and I was dropping it off in Henderson, Colorado, which is north of Denver. I was supposed to drop it off Thursday, so I picked it up Tuesday, drove all day, got here late Wednesday afternoon, ready for my delivery Thursday morning. The plan was to drop this load off and then pick up a load in Aurora, which is right down the street, and then take it to Dallas and probably about to home so I can be home for Christmas. Now the weather was supposed to be nice, guys. The weather was supposed to be nice and everything. I get here, a snow blast comes through, changes everything to the T, changes everything. Changes so much to where basically I got stuck, so to speak. Now what I mean by that is basically now anytime the temperature drops below 20 degrees, you have to gel your tanks. Okay, your tanks may not freeze, but the lines will. Okay, because remember, the lines are basically like a straw. Okay, they're like 3/8 of an inch. Okay, lines that feed out of your tanks into your engine. Okay, those will freeze, guys. Those will freeze, and if they freeze, you're shit out of luck. But also, guys, you have to put alcohol in your airlines. If not, your airlines will freeze up, and that's what happened to me. That's what happened to me, guys. So Wednesday night, when this snow came in, whatever you want to call it, completely forgot about my airlines. Well, my low air pressure gauge popped on. No air pressure. No air pressure whatsoever. So needless to say, guys, my lines were freezing up. Okay, my lines were freezing up. Woke up that Thursday morning, I couldn't make my delivery. Even the shipper, even the receiver decided to go ahead and close early because another bad weather was coming, and they wanted to let their workers to go home early so they won't be stuck on the road. Okay, going home, which I understand. You know, I completely understand that. All right, but the thing is, they told us, me and the company, that we're going to be closed Friday, and they're going to be closed Monday. We're going to open it back up Tuesday. So needless to say, guys, I've been here. Today's Saturday, Christmas Eve, December 24th. I've been here since Wednesday afternoon. One, because the truck, my airlines froze up. Now they're free. Now I'm producing air. Okay? But not only that, guys, this truck relies on solely air pressure. Okay? For my windows, for my AC, for my heater. So when I have no air pressure, those three things don't work. Luckily, guys, I had a small heater, electric heater. I was able to plug into my inverter. If not, then I would have froze. I would have froze my ass off. You know, which, don't get me wrong, I did, you know, but it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. And you're probably asking yourself, well, why come you didn't just go get a hotel room? That's between me and Melina. Okay? All right. But guys, there's things you have to do that's very, very important. Now, understand, guys, you have to drain your tanks every morning and even at night, okay? Because of the moisture that builds up. And when it freezes, those lines will freeze up. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. Some of the new trucks, they do have electric evaporators that will evaporate the moisture that builds up. But you still have to manually go out there and drain your tanks. On my end, guys, whatever moisture was in there blocked my lines, okay? Blocked my lines, guys, okay? So I had to wait. Now, the receiver was willing to come in yesterday if I was able to get my truck running. But nope, it was still cold. It was still cold, guys. It was in the negative 15s and whatever you want to call it. It was in negative 15s. Today, we're back up to 43. So literally 24 hours, guys, this area went up 50 degrees. Crazy how Mother Nature works. Now, you're probably wondering, hey, how come you didn't see the forecast before you even left Houston? Well, we did, guys. We did. You know me. I've always checked the forecast before I go somewhere to where it might be an issue. Even Melina checked the forecast for us. This came out of the blue, okay? That's why I hate going in certain areas, because it can change on a dime. Don't always trust the Weather Channel, Google Maps, or Google Weather, whatever you want to call it, okay? If something in your gut tells you not to go, then don't go. And that's what I was trying to tell the owner of this truck. Guys, I don't feel comfortable running in that area because it might snow, whatever. But they're more like, what's paying so good and this and that, back and forth. Even Melina was trying to tell him no, but he was more fixated on these numbers. Guys, if you have someone that's in your ear telling you numbers, then obviously, guys, they might not be in your favor. They're just so caught up in these numbers. Which basically, when I get back home, guys, I'm gonna have to have a one-on-one, face-to-face talk with this gentleman. Okay, you know me, I will keep it professional. I'll be honest, but I'll keep it professional. Because being here for about a week, especially during Christmas, okay, when I told this person to their face, okay, to their face, that it might do this, it might do that, whatever you want to call it, okay? Oh, but it's paying so good. Dude, I don't care. I don't care if the Pope is sitting in the passenger side and going with me to keep me company, you know? If I don't want to go, I don't want to go. But you know what? The 5th, 6th, or 7th time, I finally said, you know what, dude? Book it, okay? If that makes you happy and shuts you up, then book it, okay? But you know what? After all this situation that went on, okay? I slept all last night, guys, with that buzzer going off because I had no air pressure, okay? Going off all night, okay? It's annoying. I even slept with cotton balls in my ear so I can try and muffle the sound out, okay? Melina feels bad, you know. I told her don't worry about it, don't sweat it, you know. It's a part of trucking, guys. It's a part of trucking. But over to Llama, guys, you know, my time with them was very, very good, guys. Very good. You know, I hold them with high respect. I mean, I am going to do a pros and cons in their honor, okay? But if someone wants to come up to me, can I recommend them? Yes, okay? Are there things that they can obviously change? Yes. No company is perfect, guys. No company is perfect, all right? But I am going to do a pros and cons. I am going to do another video also on how to gel your tanks, as well as how to put alcohol in your lines so they don't freeze over, okay? And when you do have freezing temperatures, guys, when you park, do not set your trailer brakes because they will freeze up, okay? And you're going to catch hell, all right, trying to release your trailer brakes. So with that being said, guys, it's good to see you guys again. I haven't done a video since July. Like I said, a lot of things have changed. I'm in a new truck that I really like, okay? It's not new, but it's new to me. I have a lot of ideas, you know, but I do plan to go back home, talk to this gentleman, try and iron out some things, because I really like running, you know, for the company that I'm running with. Melina, I love her. She's in my corner, and that's what you need. You need someone that's going to fight your battles when you're too busy just driving. So with that being said, guys, look out for those videos. If you guys have any questions, comments, or whatever, please listen below. I try and get to you as soon as you can. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. You guys be careful, be safe out there. Talk to you guys later.